Hey everyone, how's it going? Garret O'Leary here with the O'Leary Brothers team here at Lead Realty. And in today's video, I'm going to be answering the question, where should you move to on the Emerald Coast? So let's get into it. Now, in an attempt to answer this question, I broke everything into categories based on basically your lifestyle that you want to live. Now, those categories are the bougie lifestyle, entertainment, affordability and proximity, country life, and then city life. Now, before I jump into these, I do want to say that the Emerald Coast definitely kind of has a place for everyone. Depending on what you're looking for, you will be able to find it here because it is so diverse and there's a lot of different options. So even then, some of the places that I talk about, in my opinion, can fit into a few of these categories. So please, take that into consideration as you watch the rest of this video. All right, so let's jump into the first category, and that is the bougie lifestyle. Now, even though the Emerald Coast and Florida kind of in general is an affordable place to live, there are a few towns that I personally know of that would make you want to question that statement. A few of those towns are, 30A, Miramar Beach, and Santa Rosa Beach. These towns are arguably some of the most beautiful areas on the whole coast. They have plenty of Gulf front views. They have peaceful neighborhoods, as well as some awesome dining and shopping options for you, all in a small area. The reason that I kind of classify this area as the bougie lifestyle is pretty much related to just how much it costs to actually buy a home here and live in the area. At the date of recording this video, which is March 15th, there are 337 active listings in Miramar, 30A, and Santa Rosa Beach. And the average listing price for this area is more than $2.3 million. One of my favorite features of this area is the scenic highway that kind of follows the Gulf Coast. So residents have relatively easy access to get to the white sand beaches and the beautiful Emerald Coast waters. I really can't say it enough, but this area is one of the most beautiful places on the Emerald Coast. I really do mean that. It is absolutely stunning and gorgeous, pretty much wherever you are. I highly recommend going to check it out. Even if it's out of your price range, it's a fun place to hang out for the day and really just take in all the beautiful views the Gulf Coast offers. The next category is entertainment, and the two places I want to include in this category are Destin and Fort Walton Beach. You've probably heard of Destin simply because I think it's what made the Emerald Coast famous. Now, before I move on to the actual details of it, I think I'm gonna put an asterisk next to this one simply because I think Destin and Fort Walton Beach can kind of mix into a couple of the other categories, so keep that in mind as I talk about it. Anyway, you could argue that Destin has some of the best forms of entertainment in all of the Emerald Coast. It was designed to be a tourist destination, and it is very effective at being that. It has all access to the beaches, it's got bars and restaurants everywhere, hotels and condos and resorts aplenty. There really is everything there. Now, as far as Fort Walton Beach is concerned, it definitely has a good amount of entertainment, but it's just not on the level as Destin. However, the best benefit is that it's actually right adjacent to it, so if you do want to get to all the entertainment, you're really only driving a few minutes, maybe 15 minutes at max to get to Destin. And the biggest benefit of Fort Walton Beach is it's much more affordable than Destin, and that's the number one thing about it. So basically, you get all the benefits of living in Destin without really paying for it when you're staying in Fort Walton Beach, whether you want to buy a home, a condo, or anything like that. It's just a much more affordable place by pretty much sharing all the amenities that Destin has. Now, in terms of what you could expect to pay if you want to buy here, in Destin there's 178 active listings as of the date of this video, and the average list price is $1.6 million, so a good chunk of change. And then Fort Walton Beach has 88 active listings with an average list price of $786,000. Basically half the price of that to live adjacent to Destin. And as someone that lives in Fort Walton Beach, I can guarantee you that you can find places that are significantly cheaper than that $786,000 price point. I personally know plenty of people that have found homes in the $300,000 and $400,000 range just by doing a little bit more searching. Right now, a lot of those properties are waterfront properties, so it drives that average list price up. Now, up next in this list is affordability and proximity. And I wanted to include this because we've helped several people that wanted to find an affordable home that is still relatively close to the entertainment that Fort Walton Beach and Destin offer. Now, a few of those towns include Mariester, Navarre, and Niceville. Now, I personally really like these areas because they still offer those very expensive, beautiful waterfront properties that, some people are looking for, but mostly offer the affordable housing that many people like me are actually out to look for. even if the average list price that I'm about to mention says otherwise. Now, like I said, the average list price in this area is going to be at $890,000, but again, take that with a grain of salt. Most of the properties that are on the market right now have been on the market for a while because they are the very expensive waterfront properties. Again, I can probably guarantee you that there are properties that will fit your price point in that area, and you're still relatively close to that entertainment and everything like that. Now we are on to the country life, and unsurprisingly, the South has plenty of opportunities for residents to get a bit of land, maybe build a house, have cattle, and basically anything that accompanies living the country lifestyle. In terms of where you'd find places like this, it's basically everything north of Niceville, Florida. There's a lot of towns that offer this kind of lifestyle, too many to name, but just a few of them are, Crestview, Defuniak Springs, Laurel Hill, Baker, and so on and so forth. All of these towns have plenty of lots of land available that you can purchase and build on if you so choose. I wish I could give you kind of a price range to all these lots, but I don't think it would accurately represent what you could expect to pay because there's just so many different options available in terms of land size, if there's houses on it, where it's at, and things like that. It's better off to look in a specific area, and that's something we could help you with if you want to reach out to us. Ultimately, these areas are going to offer you a very peaceful place to live without having to spend too much. And plus, it still kind of keeps you within touching distance of the coast, so you can enjoy everything that the Emerald Coast really has to offer. All right, now we are on to the final category, and that is city life. And really on the Emerald Coast, there's only two places that really come to mind that I would call a city, and that is Panama City and Pensacola. These two areas offer a good amount of entertainment, proximity to the beaches, and affordability, which I think is hugely important. I personally spend a lot of time in Pensacola, and I always find it a ton of fun, and there's always a bunch of restaurants that are good to go to. Both cities are going to offer your typical downtown districts. They're always very lively and have good options for entertainment. Now, both these places are going to offer the most in terms of jobs and opportunities, which is a huge plus, especially if you're someone that is uprooting their lives and moving from a different state. Now, oddly enough, according to the MLS, it says there's only 12 active listings in Pensacola. So I will say that the average listing price, it may not be accurate, but it does come in at $375,000. As for Panama City, there are 109 active listings, with the average listing price coming at $1.3 million. Although again, a lot of those consist of waterfront properties, which inflate that average listing price up there. The median list price is $625,000, which I would say is probably a more accurate number to kind of consider if you want to move to Panama City. But anyway, that wraps up today's video on where you should move on the Emerald Coast. I hope you found some of this information useful and kind of narrowed down where you'd like to live if you wanted to move to the Emerald Coast sometime this year. And if you had any questions or have any concerns about any of the places that I talked about today, go ahead and reach out to us. I'll leave our contact information right here. And again, you can give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and we'd be happy to help in any way we can. And as always, I'm Garrett with the O'Leary Brothers team, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.